A can of worms seems to have opened up, and a new twist unfolds as the Rennie Wilfred sexual assault case has taken a new turn. Nagaland News Network has acquired several documents written to and from various persons that include female employees of the Investment Development Authority of Nagaland, or Idan, where Rennie Wilfred last held the post of Joint Secretary, and also letters from the chairperson of the Nagaland State Commission for Women. In the light of this huge, massive case, IAS officer Rennie Wilfred has denied these allegations of sexual assault from the female employees of Idan. Back in 2021, Wilfred was also accused of sexual assault of two minor sisters in Nagaland, where he served as the deputy commissioner. That case is still ongoing and is in the court. In regard to the allegations of assault in the Idan, Wilfred has denied these claims, terming it as counterfactual, and alleged that these were all fabricated by top officials and a threat to his life and career. Now, after some digging by Nagaland News Network, documents has reached our table with many letters to the chairman of Idan from female employees clarifying that they were not aware of the allegations made against Rennie Wilfred in a letter that was sent out to the Nscw and did not face any instance of sexual harassment from Rennie Wilfred. Viewers, we're not claiming that Rennie Wilfred has not committed the crime. We are not stating that women have not been sexually harassed at Idan, but we have acquired multiple documents of different women employees of Idan stating the same, that they were not aware as to why their names were dragged in the list of alleged sexually harassed women. Question here being, how did those names get to the list of women sexually harassed by Rennie Wilfred, and who wrote it on the behalf of the female employees who never faced any issue with Rennie Wilfred? Why did the women employees have the need to refute these allegations? We managed to speak to one of the employees where she claimed that it was done without her consent and that it has defamed her. How did a letter go out claiming to have had the consent of all women employees from Idan, and also a letter received from the Nscw addressed to all employees, especially the women, for counseling? Let's hear what she has to say.
Let me start from the scratch. That letter came out I don't know, because we have not received any letter yet. We have heard through rumors. So that letter of clarification came out through some rumors that we heard about the employment of the female employees of Idan. That the employment of the female employees in Idan is usually, or maybe most of them, was made through personal favorism under Wilfred. So we actually wrote clarifying that in my case, because we are writing that on personal level, clarifying on my own personal interest and my personal. I was just clarifying it at my personal level. So my recruitment was based on purely I don't know. It was never on personal favorism. Proper interaction was conducted in the presence of different other colleagues as well. And I think my intake was through my work experience from different organizations to clarify Kurishe. Then the other one was using the common definition of all female employees of Idan, because number one, I did not face any sexual harassment or did not face any such kind of incidences under Rennie Wilfred. Point number two, I excused myself from being a part of this discussion because of my marriage, and I clearly stated that actively participate I stated that to my Idan team. I stated that to the Nscw team also when we were summoned on date 7th March. So I thought things got clarified from that end, but later again it came to my knowledge that a group of female employees from Idan wrote out to Nscw seeking for consultancy support on behalf of all the female employees of Idan.
Right.
saying that because of the sexual harassment incidences, there are a lot of all the female employees of Idan are in need of consultancy, services. So it went out on behalf of everyone, but I was not informed. I was never a part of that discussion. And in response to that, Nscw wrote back to Idan female employees, fixing a date to give consultancy services. But when they wrote back to Idan, I was neither informed of that letter.
All right.
Yeah. So itu do issue gula do. I of course informed saying that I won't be available. So maybe I also don't expect any information or any updates with this regard. But with that, I also don't expect my name to be tagged along.
Right.
Yeah. So those were the clarifications that were written in the letter.
So, what about? So you did not attend the meeting with the state commission, right? For women. Did you
No, I
attend?
did met them once on the 7th March.
7th
So
March.
that was for us to give our official statement on our experience. If we have faced any kind of sexual harassment, we share. So since they wanted to interview all the female employees, I was summoned to it. So maybe any share. So that I also stated the same, saying that I have never faced any such kind of incidences, and I was also because I shared different relationship with Sir, it was purely professionalism. So I clearly stated that to the Nscw. So when I already stated saying that I was never harassed or I never faced any such kind of incident. Letter came again saying that for all female employees. So of course, it was the first conversation was initiated by my own team, by some employees. So we were clarifying that with the grievance redressal officer.
All right. So, were you coerced or anything for your statements as well, just for my knowledge?
Oh no, there was nothing. No response. No nothing. We just gave it. Yeah, and we were not followed up with any discussion after that, other than today's police. This one official statement.
Yeah. So, in regard to this, now I just wanted to know, did you, the persons, the female employees, it is just not you. There are a few others also without their consent. This list was sent out, right?
Yes.
So, who wrote this list? Did you speak amongst yourself, the women at Idan? Did you ask? Did you question your colleagues?
No, we did not question because at the first place, I wasn't even aware that letter went out like that.
Right.
And later on that very meeting which they had with the Nscw, people went out for meeting, and that's when I learned that there was a meeting with the Nscw. Though. So since I also felt that there was some internal conspiracy, I felt that. So instead of me approaching the people, all the female employees, I thought it would be best handled by the grievance redressal officer.
Right.
Because we also have an internal complaint committee.
Okay.
So I brought it directly there so that there is proper channel of reporting.
Right.
So we went straight to the GRO,
And so the GRO was made aware of this. Has there been any response from their side?
I did not get any response. He said he will forward it to the Nscw because I also copied the letter to the Nscw. So he said he will carry forward the letter to the Nscw.
When may I know when was this letter written to the GRO, the grievance redressal officer?
I will have to check the date.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So on the Nagaland State Commission for Women did call everybody for counseling, right? And legal support on the 3rd. So they had called you on the 4th, 9 a.m. at the commission's office. So did you attend that? No, right?
No, I did not attend since I wasn't aware of it.
Okay, you were not aware of this, so all right. So basically, you feel your names have been defamed as well in regard to this?
Yeah, of course. Because See, so far I am sure they must have held different kinds of discussion, particularly with regard to this case there. But then I would clearly state out saying that we did 24th, that is on 24th March, 24th February. 24th February they attend Kurisha. Then the other meeting, I don't clearly remember the date, but it was again another internal discussion happened at Idan. There we clearly discussed what we are looking at after the case doing now with the share. So what are we expecting? What are we demanding out of this? So there we demanded wash egg, and the other one was the HR policy. So immediately after we have put that up, the push egg got implemented in the office store. Then after that, the HR policy is something which cannot be implemented immediately. So I thought it is under discussion. So after that, I also went out for my leave. I took leave. So I thought, so only at the later part again, the 4th April meeting, he said information. So beyond that, there might have been 2-3 more meetings, but I was never aware of it.
अच्छा तो आपने तो sure है that आपने खाला सब नाम भी था ये शेई दुला list है
Yes, because as per the letter that was received from the Nscw, we also sort out the letter from Nscw. What was the letter that was sent to all the female IDs, all the female employees of Idan? So the letter there, all female employees there. And then, if I'm not mistaken, the list of all the female employees were attached.
Attached to that, right? Okay, all right. So, okay.
So actually, it's also important to seek out proper details of that 4th meeting to the Nscw also.
Right. I have, so one of your colleagues also have written to the chairman in regard to the 4th meeting, right? I think if you have seen clarification of attendance and participation of meeting at the Nscw office on 4th. Now, this is from one of the employees, a female employee, a woman employee of Idan. So since you did not go, I'm sure you would not be the right person, but that is another issue. But yeah, so if you have sought information from the Nscw and you received it as and in the notion that your names were all sent out, basically all the employees. May I ask how many employees, women employees, is in the list around? What's the number?
So, 21 employees.
Women, right?
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That was the list that was provided by Nscw, right?
Right. So that clarification matter has nothing to do with Sir Rennie's case there. It's like we are not standing on his side saying that he's not wrong or he's right. We're just seeking for clarification of what kind of communication happened in the case where we were not informed when our names were used. So, when we have put up that case, there might be some another notion saying that we are parting with Sir because so I want to make things clear. If Sir Rennie is proved to be guilty by law, he deserves the penalty by law. So we also fully on we want to handle everything under the law. I don't want anybody to misunderstand this particular letter. With his case,
Okay.
We're just clarifying, saying that we have not faced any such incidences with him. We have not faced any sexual harassment. But that is number 2. That is number 1. Number 2 is the employment, how we were recruited, the process of our recruitment. Although informal, we went through correct channel. CV was shared. My CV was shared 3 months back, and I also approached the second time because I was, leaving my previous job. Then the third one was the case where our names went out. A letter on behalf of all the female employees went out, but I was not informed. And the information, a revert letter came back. But it will be more information like that.
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আপনি খান এটুই রিফিউট করে আছে আৰু নাবুজে কোনবা লিখিছে আৰু আপনি খালা নাম বি কিনিঙা কৰি নাই লিষ্টে পুঞ্জিছে or why without your consent name
Why, main point would be without our consent, why did they not
include your
that?
name? Yeah, right. Yes. Oh, sir. Okay. All right. Okay.
The people are saying that whether we approach them or not, which but we were never consented, which we are not happy about it because Mahana dignity we degrade has no to defamation. So it will stand very Mahan clarification to South Korea.
We also contacted the chairperson of Nagaland State Commission for Women, but she said she was unable to comment on this as she was traveling to New Delhi at the moment. In another letter addressed to the redressal officer of Idan under subject, complaint regarding defamation of staff by certain senior female members of Idan, which includes allegations that the undersigned staff members are pets of the Joint Secretary Idan and also accused of being informers of the Joint Secretary of Idan, namely Rennie Wilfred, attempting to withdraw or influence junior female staff to withdraw from the ongoing case. The undersigned employees of this letter has refuted these claims, terming it as baseless, while also learning that junior female staff members are being pressured to attend meetings and discouraged from withdrawing from the case against their will. Nagaland News Network also tried to contact the undersigned of this particular letter, but then we were told that they did not expect this letter to go out to any media or be out in the public. And that was the only comment that they had given us. This is a developing story where we would like some clarity from the Nscw chairperson, and hopefully she can shed some light as to why the case has escalated to this, where employees of Idan have the need to refute allegations against Rennie Wilfred.